so glad I finally watched this one. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station. You're the one, so this is Randy and everything animation. Welcome back to DCLI. Yes, I know it's been a good while since we've actually done another review, but trust me, I'm back. We're doing it now. Welcome back to DCLI. Welcome to Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. This is a movie that I've seen little bits and pieces of here and there, but I've never actually watched it in its entirety. But now that I just have, I love this one. Like, not only as a huge Batman fan, but also just as a DC Animated Universe comic book fan in general. This is a fantastic movie, a terrific team-up, so much action, so much great story. There's a lot to break down, but unfortunately, I just don't have the time to do that, because unfortunately, I'm still playing catch-up. So unfortunately, yeah, I know I'm saying unfortunately a lot, but it does suck. Unfortunately, I have to do the more brisk format for this one, and that sucks because I really wanted to give this one the full deep dive analytical treatment, but unfortunately, I just don't have the time, and that really does bum me out, but I will make up for it a little bit and talk about this voice cast. Holy crap, this freaking voice cast. Clancy Brown is Lex Luthor, arguably the best one ever. Kevin Conroy is Batman. Need I say more? Tim Daly is Superman, who I assume is the same guy that voices him in the animated series. Fantastic. Xander Berkeley, Corey Burton, Ricardo Chavira, Allison Mack, John C. McGinley, CCH Pounder. Yes, it's literally his name. I'm sorry. LeVar Burton, Calvin Tran, Mark Jonathan Davis, Brian George, Jennifer Hale, Rachel McFarlane, Alan Oppenheimer, Andrea Romano, This cast is freaking stacked. Like, not only do they have the two animated universe TV show voice actors for the big two characters, and not only do they have Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor, which is always a win, the rest of the cast is incredibly strong, very stacked, and incredible performances all throughout. Like, they were all so well done here, especially Allison Mack as Power Girl. I want to shout out her specifically because she did a fantastic job in this movie playing as this character that's conflicted with what side she should be on. The story here is also great of how Lex Luthor becomes president and uses this incoming kryptonite meteor as a way to frame Superman and have everyone hunt him down, exactly like they wanted. But what he didn't count on was that Batman would be right there with him, and this turns into an unlikely team-up that is a ton of fun to watch. I love Superman and Batman's back and forth, which both has a bit of snark, but also a lot of camaraderie and respect for each other. They do have each other's back all throughout the movie, despite their drastically different personalities and, ideologies. And that's what I love about these kind of crossover movies, where they're able to keep them true to their character, but also not be afraid to poke a little fun at it. And this is what that movie does so freaking well. And the writing here is great, the voice acting is great, the animation's fantastic. It gets pretty bloody in the last third, which, I love seeing brutality in animation that's actually done well and used well for story purposes. And the final act of this movie is just excellent. I loved this movie all throughout, but I can see why some people may or may not be a big fan of this one because it is a bit light on story and does put at the forefront a whole bunch of epic, crazy, over-the-top, insanely freaking awesome action. Like, this movie is action-packed. Like, there is almost a fight every 5 minutes against a bunch of different characters, from Shazam to Captain Marvel to Black Bolt to Starfire to Grundy to Captain Cold. Like, they throw in so many different villains and heroes to hunt down Superman and Batman and fight against him. Not to mention, the first fight of this entire movie is Superman and Batman fighting Metallo in a graveyard. It's just as awesome as it sounds. Like, again, I really wish I could go deep dive analysis on this one because I love this movie. I think it did a phenomenal job bringing these two characters together and giving us a really, really good story that yes, maybe a bit light compared to some of the other ones, but it works for what it needs to, and the action is at the forefront, as it should be. This is a superhero movie after all. Action does kind of matter with something like that. But this is a fantastic movie, and I seriously cannot do it justice, even if I did a full deep dive analysis. You guys need to check this one out, whether you're a Superman fan, a Batman fan, a DC Animated Universe fan, or just a comic book fan in general. You need to check this one out. It's not as masterful and amazing as Mask of the Phantasm, no, but it is a ton of fun to watch, and I can almost guarantee you're going to have a blast with this one. Final verdict for Superman Batman Public Enemies is going to be the highest 9 out of 10 I can possibly give. I want to give it a 10. Trust me, I was enjoying it so much I wanted to give it a 10. But when I really more sit down and think about it critically and try to calm down from my fanboyism, it does drop down a little bit because the story is basic. But if you put that aside, the rest of the movie is phenomenal and more than makes up for it. Just phenomenal job to everyone involved. I really wish I could do deep dive analysis, but I just don't have the time. But I hope to one day give it that treatment. Maybe in another DC Live with like a spoiler review or something. I don't know. Point is that this one's incredible, and from what I've heard, Apocalypse is even better. Oh, I'm so excited. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned. You got a bunch of DC Live reviews coming your way, starting next time with Justice League Crisis on Two Earths.